Hello, is there anybody there today? I hope so. I actually tried to go live a few minutes ago and it didn't happen, so now I'm going to be like repeating myself. Please let me know if you arrive on the scene and if you can hear me, so that because I turned my sound down because there was an echo for me. So please jump into the chat and say hello, and we will get started on our 3 topics for today. I apologize for the casualness of this setup, but Hobie, my little puppy dog, had a accident yesterday. Hi Terry, thanks so much for coming. And I'll get into the topics here real quick, but I'm here on the couch because Hobie had an accident yesterday where he got attacked by a deer, and we had to rush him to the vet, and he's got a lot of stitches, and he is now on pain medicine and antibiotics, and he is resting, and I don't want to be away from him. We are taking turns staying close to him. So anyway, that's why I'm doing a live stream from the couch today. And so it is also a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Ohio. And so Terry, where are you? Hi, Pauletta. Okay. Hey, Martha. So I know a lot of people are outside and doing other things rather than inside watching YouTube. So if you're catching me on the replay, hello, thank you so much for joining me. So I have 3 topics today. We Crochet magazine, which is a new magazine from KnitPicks. And you guys know I'm a KnitPicks affiliate, but before I became a KnitPicks affiliate, they contacted me, Heather Mann, I don't know her exact title, I don't want to get it wrong. I think she's the assistant editor of this magazine, I believe. She's on the editorial team, so I don't know what her topic or what her title is. She contacted me about doing an interview about One Skein Crochet, my new book, and I was thrilled. So I'm sorry, Heather, I had not heard of We Crochet magazine until she contacted me. This is actually issue 3. I had never heard of issue 1 or 2, so we are still catching back. How to get me full screen? I don't know. That might be a problem. Is everybody else getting me only a little in the corner? I'm not sure how to make it larger. That doesn't make it help either. I don't know. I think it might be this new OBS thing. Let me see if I can push another button. Let's see if I can get this. Does that help? Is that helping? Does that help? Hi there. Hi there. No, I'm not having a guest this time. Let's see. Did that work? I'm in a tiny box. Am I now on the full screen, friends? Am I? Okay, I just moved my box. Let's see. It doesn't look like that worked, did it? From your group thing. Little tiny in the corner. Let me see here. I don't know how to do this. Shoot. Okay, let me see if I can fix it. I apologize, friends. It is a lot to learn. Nope. Okay. Yeah, everybody, Carlene, unfortunately, is seeing a tiny video of me. I don't know why, rather than the whole. And because I'm already going live, I don't know that it will allow me to change it. So I am poking around here a little bit and seeing like why it's so tiny. And I tell you, the more I learn, the more there is to learn. Isn't that true? You're just going to stay? Okay. I don't know why it's so tiny either. I don't even know. It's kind of how 2020 is going for me. Is 2020 going for you in a similar way? I wonder. Anyway, okay. I'll just have to do the best I can. I'm not sure how to make it better. Is that better? Okay, I hope that's better. If not, we'll just have to go with it. Okay, so We Crochet magazine is part of KnitPicks, and I had not heard of them before, but they contacted me about One Skein Crochet, and we did an interview. So I wanted to share some of this magazine with you. Oh, you can't even see me. Oh, thank you. You're extra beautiful. You're so sweet, Terry. That's so funny. Okay, so I wanted to share this magazine with you because the paper is amazing. This feels so substantial. This is such a great feeling magazine. It's got a matte finish. It feels so solid. The cover is so great. The photography is really bright and pretty. The colors are great. The product photography is really good. There's projects and chapters. Okay, and here's my interview. So on page 16 and 17, they do books that we love, and they chose One Skein Crochet. Yay! So One Skein Crochet, and she says, read up on Ellen's pro tips for stretching a single skein, designing your own stunning one skein projects, and her patterns for 15 stylish accessories. Even though small, the audio is loud and clear. Okay, all right, well, okay, I guess we're doing okay. And then they did an interview, and she said, this is so funny. I assume this was Heather who wrote it since she was the one who interviewed me, but I don't see like her name under it. And the favorite project, the Bruges motif top, a lighter than air lacy crop top featuring pretty floral motifs that are joined as you go. And that is hilarious because as you guys saw on my interview, thanks Carlene, my interview with Marley Bird on her channel recently, and I was wearing that top in that video, and I'll see if I can, after this goes live, I'll try and see if I can link that in there. That was a surprise project. That was like, I did all the projects for the book and we were all done. And then we decided that I needed 3 more projects. And so I whipped out the purse that's on the cover and the Bruges lace top. And then one more, and I can't remember which one that one was. I can't remember what the third one was. I don't remember. Anyway, but 2 of the 3 ended up being on the cover and someone's favorite project. So that's really funny that she chose it as her favorite, because maybe I should, design by the seat of my pants more often and just be spontaneous about it. So anyway, so this magazine, and then they did an interview, Heather did an interview with me, and the question she asked me, like, what inspired you to write One Skein Crochet? How does One Skein Crochet differ from other books? Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about this because they sent me a lovely free gift with my copy, and I wanted to thank them by sharing with you a new magazine that you might enjoy if you haven't already heard of it. So, but look at this, very pretty photography. Like I said, the paper feels great. The many of the projects have like photo tutorials with them and charts. Okay, so very well done there. And I think my buddy Rebecca probably has a design in here, but oh, it's right there. I thought it was. Page number 10. Yeah, it must be this one. It must be this one. So my pal Rebecca sent me a Instagram, and she was like, hey, or text and said, Ellen, you're in this new issue of the magazine, your interview. I'm like, I hadn't seen it yet. So she sent me a photo, and I put it on Instagram, and I tagged We Crochet and KnitPicks, and Heather Mann said, oh, I'm going to send you, yeah, it is more of a book quality than a magazine. I totally agree, Chris. So she sent me my own copy of the magazine, and with my own copy of the magazine, she sent me some yarn. Yay! So that was so nice. So anyway, here's a very pretty book. Definitely worth looking into, KnitPicks. And I'm a KnitPicks affiliate, but I did this issue before I was a KnitPicks affiliate, but I will put a link down in the description below, and let me show you the yarn they sent me. So here's one. Okay. So it's like they know me. It's like they know me. How did I get started as an author? Okay, let me get done with the yarn here real quick. So they sent me yarn. And they knew what I liked. And it's so funny because I appreciate that, because that means Heather probably was looking at my channel when she was trying to figure out what to send me. And you guys know that I just did the mini chevron scarf pattern in Chroma Twist. And I think that one was a bulky weight yarn. She sent me Chroma Twist and worsted weight. Look at these. She sent me 2 balls of each color. So this lighter one, you can see, is kind of a sea foam, and it fades to like a dusty blue. And so I can't wait to see how this is going to work up, because this is a long, gradual color change. Isn't that going to be gorgeous? So this is called Sandpiper. It's 218 yards. It's 100 grams. It's Chroma Twist worsted weight. So I'm going to put an affiliate link down below if you feel interested in checking out the Chroma Twist. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, so maybe I'll design something for us. But it's she gave me 2 balls of this, lovely, and you guys know that I love blues and purples, and so she sent me 2 balls of this. Love it. Love it. And this is the worsted weight, and this is the color Cousteau. Cousteau, 218 yards, number 28506. Really, really gorgeous. So, oh, thank you so much, Heather Mann, for of course, the terrific article and interview for One Skein Crochet, but also the fun, beautiful, sweet yarn. So thank you so much for that. So check that out. Should I check on Hobie? You all right, buddy? Was he twitching? Was he twitching there? Yeah. Poor little guy. I don't even know how many stitches he got, sweet thing. But I slept on the living room floor with him, as did Mara and my husband, and Patrick was already asleep upstairs, but it was a rough day for us. But he's doing well. He probably should be drinking a little more water, but he's on some pain pills, and so it's good for him to be resting. He's twitching a little bit. Oh, poor thing. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Okay, so he's breathing just fine though, and he's not crying, so he must not be in pain. Hopefully he's just dreaming. Hopefully he's having nice dreams. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was Tunisian Shawl. So on my hook right now, I was on vacation last week, and once I finished the Lenora baby blanket, which I will be typing up and getting that out to you soon, I started working on the Claremont Tunisian Shawl. So you guys have probably already seen this on my website and on the Love Crafts site. The pattern is already available for downloads, but I don't have the model anymore. Like, I don't have the actual project. So I partnered with a company a few years ago, and they suggested this yarn. I think it's an Amy March yarn, but I wasn't familiar with the yarn, and I don't have any of that, and so I don't know. Chris, he was attacked by a deer yesterday. And so luckily my husband went and intervened and scared the deer away, but the deer had already hurt him. So he's got a big gash on his belly, and we took him to the vet right away, and they were amazing. And within 90 minutes, he was stitched up, x-rayed, and sent home. What is the most beautiful hook? Okay, that might be a spammer there. So let's see. But anyway, the Claremont shawl, I don't know, I don't remember what the yarn was, but it was gorgeous. It was absolutely stunning, like red wine color yarn. And I thought they kept the actual project when the company went under, and I could never get it back from them. So I thought, well, maybe I should remake it and then teach it to you if you were interested. Rebecca also, my pal, said, hey, your followers love Tunisian. Why don't you do the Claremont shawl? And I thought, you know what? That's a really easy project. I think I will. I think that's a great idea. So one of the things that I love about this project is it's basically 3 big squares that have a lacy edging around them. And then when you put them together, I'm going to see if I can get rid of this person here. Carlene, can you do it? I'm not sure how. Anyway, okay. So it has a lacy edging around it, so it makes a really gorgeous like lattice detail down the arm and around the edge. So good. Anyway, so you saw an article where a peaceful protester was injured by a deer. Well, we've been doing some research yesterday, but apparently this is deer. It was deer baby season. And so between April and July in Ohio, mama deers are having babies and they're extra protective. And Hobie, I think, was barking at a mama with her baby, and the mama did not like that and thought Hobie was a threat, even though Hobie is half the size of her baby. Because I actually saw the mama and the baby yesterday or 2 days ago. Okay, you all right, buddy? Just stretching. Okay. All right. Okay, so then, anyway, the Claremont shawl, I'm working on it. So I took it on vacation and I got this, the Matthew yarn from the Downton Abbey collection that you guys may remember from my video about the stashed yarns, the most stashed yarns I had. And thank you, Carlene, for taking care of that. And so the gauge is a little bit different, but I like it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going with this and then adjust the numbers to reflect the correct size. Like I'm going to probably add more rows to get to the right gauge. Or if I'm going to research and get the right gauge with a different yarn and suggest that as a replacement for the Amy March yarn that I don't even know is available anymore. Anyway, the point is that I am working on the Claremont Tunisian easy shawl that I think you guys are going to love because I think it's easy on stitches, but it's high on style. So he's all right. Yeah. I think there might also be a delay between you and me, so I apologize if you say something to me and it takes me a few moments to like talk to you guys because I think there's a delay here. Yeah, he's okay now. He's licking a little bit. The dressing is like stuck to him. It's like a gauze that is stuck. So like it's not going anywhere. And his wound is significantly under that gauze. And he is licking his leg a little bit there because there's an abrasion on the leg that is not bandaged, but I think it's fine. It's not requiring medical attention. It's just a scrape. Anyway, so much going on. Painted wooden buttons, do they bleed? I have no idea. I think it depends on the button manufacturer and hey buddy, why don't you come down here? And you'll have to test it. I would buy an extra one and then pin it onto a garment or something and send it through the wash and see what happens. And so always test it on a swatch before you do that. Hello, buddy. Yeah, he's all right. He's so much more alert today than yesterday. So the Claremont Tunisian shawl is coming out. The third bit of news is that, yay, we now have 5,000 friends who all believe that crochet is a relaxing and valuable use of our time. So thank you all so much for being here with me. And as a result, let's celebrate with a live stream. So I'm going to schedule a live stream. Haven't decided when, haven't decided what, but on the community tab of my page, I'm asking you guys to vote for what type of project you would like. And many of you are saying mosaic, some of you are saying Tunisian, some of you don't care, you'll do anything. So I'm going to look for a great mosaic pattern or I will design one, but I will schedule a live class through YouTube like this, only maybe I'll ask Mara or Patrick to sit here and read comments while I'm teaching. That way I can answer your questions as I'm teaching the project. So and I don't know that it's going to be a project. It might be just a stitch pattern, but it'll be a live teaching event. You come on down, buddy. Oh, good boy. Okay, safely nestled down in his nest of blankets. So that was a lot of exertion getting up there and getting back down, but he is fine. So we're going to schedule that as a celebration for the 5,000 subscribers. So exciting. So exciting. So thank you guys so much. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So those are my 3 topics today. Do you guys have things you want to talk about before we wrap up? How did I start as an author, and what is the cost of a book? Hope you can ask. You certainly can ask. So Irene, I have a open door policy about this because it is so hard to make money as a crochet designer that I don't want to give anybody false hope or think that you're gonna be able to retire from your day job. It's rough to make a full-time salary with crochet. So I will absolutely tell you the truth. So as an author, I started because I had a blog. I blogged for a long time first, and I sold lots of patterns individually to magazines first. And then I had an idea for a book, and I wrote to the publishing company and said, hey, I have this great idea for a book, and I'm putting together a proposal. But if you want in on it from the beginning, if you want to help me shape my proposal, contact me now. Otherwise, I'm just going to put a proposal together and you will have it in 3 months or whatever time I said I was going to do it. And I said, I'm a blogger. I have this many followers. I have this many unique visitors. I've sold this many patterns to magazines. And get back to me if you're interested, and I will send you a proposal. Well, they didn't wait the 3 months or whatever it was to get my full proposal. They contacted me immediately and said, no, don't get started. Let's do this together so that you make a book that is marketable based on what's already on the market, what's not yet on the market, what we think will sell well. And so together, we took my love of motifs and my love of Afghans and blankets, and we created the Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook. And it was actually my editor's idea to make all of the patterns, all of the 50 squares and hexagons and octagons fit together and make them mix and match. Like, my idea was just to do 50 motifs, but I wasn't planning on making them cohesive to where you could put anything with anything. And I'm laughing, Terry. That's funny. Yeah, my followers are definitely unique, just like me, and that's why we all go together. We're similar and different in all the most wonderful ways, but we all think that that crochet is a relaxing and valuable use of our time, and so that's why we're all here. So welcome, yay! Hey, and also do me a favor. Do your friends and family a favor. If you know any other crocheters who might have fun with a YouTube channel, send them a video of mine. I'd appreciate it, and maybe they would too. So then we put the book together, and that is how I got started with the first book. And the first book was a lot of fun, and then the second book was great too, but I wasn't as in love with it. And then Marvelous Crochet Motifs, Learn Bruges Lace, Crocheting Clothes Kids Love, those all came next. And I still felt like I needed some redemption from Go Crochet Skill Builder because it just didn't flow, and the results were not as satisfying as I had hoped. It wasn't what I had envisioned. And so One Skein Crochet, though, is the balm on my designer heart. Like, I feel like that book, I'm very happy with that book. It is very much more in line with my vision, and that is how I became an author. So I don't know if in terms of like how much it cost, I don't know, because I'm not self-published. So like, if you were to self-publish a book, my all-call blanket from Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook is often what is on the table when I am demonstrating. So the white blanket that you all see. If I were to do a self-published book, I imagine I would have to pay a photographer, a graphic designer, a technical editor, a layout artist, a symbol diagrammer, and then I'd have to pay a fee to have it be printed. So you have to think about those fees. Now, how much would each of those things cost? It depends on how many hours that they put in. So like the tech editor and stuff, you know, they work for, I don't know, anywhere between $25 and $50 an hour, depending on if they're also making the symbol diagrams. So it could get costly in a hurry to make a book. And then you have costs about like printing and quality of paper, which is why I'm so amazed at this We Crochet magazine, because the quality of the paper feels so good. All right, see ya, Brat's mom. See ya. Okay, so what was I saying? So I don't know how much it would cost to self-publish exactly. I have not been willing to self-publish up until this point because I appreciate a publisher who's doing the distribution and mailing and advertising for me. But the truth is that most publishers expect the author to do that anyway. Like most of the publication, like they didn't set me up with the interview with Recrochet. Luckily, Heather reached out to me, but it wasn't like my publisher said, okay, here's an interview that you're going to get with We Crochet magazine, and we're going to put the book here, and we're going to put the book, like they don't. That was one of the misconceptions that I was most shocked about, is they really expect the author to do the bulk of the marketing, where I thought if I went with a publisher that they would be doing the bulk of the marketing because they're the experts, but really they handle like putting the book package together, the photography and everything together. They like coordinate all that stuff, and then they work on distribution, and then they really rely on the author for the marketing, which is why they want somebody who has a lot of followers, big following on social media, is competent in social media, has subscribers on some social media platform, whether it be YouTube or whatever. Oh yeah, thanks everybody. Don't wait to hit the thumbs up button. Please hit that as soon as you can. Thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate that. So hit the thumbs up button now if you can, if you feel like it. Don't wait till it's over. So let's see, what other questions did you have? But I probably will. I don't know if I'll ever do another book with a publisher again. There's just so many issues with that, and there are some disappointments that go along with that. And so I might still self-publish. Let's see what Chris has to say. Even without all those things, self-publishing is really expensive. A friend of mine did a spiritual guidance book, and I edited it for her, and getting it published was unbelievably expensive. Thanks, Chris. I really don't know. I know that like Karen Hooley does her own, and she's doing really fantastic with her her crochet books. I think it all, like there's so many choices that go into that to find out, like, you know, that change the budget. You could also go with a company, but that's kind of like publishing with a company anyway. So like, I don't really want to pay, I can't even think of like the name of the company now. Lulu Publishing or something. Like, I don't even want to pay a company to then publish my, like, I don't want to put it all together and then give it to them for them to publish, you know, which is, I think, what some of these companies do. Or you see the advertising on Facebook or whatever, and it says, like, become an author in 90 days. It's like, well, they don't care about the quality. They just want to distribute it for you or print it for you or something. So, but I don't know if I'll ever go with a formal publisher again, because like I said, there's wonderful things about it, but there's also some disappointments about it. And I've already done that 5 or 6 times. And so I really would like, I wish I would like to become my own publisher. But on the other hand, I'm just loving YouTube. I love being with you guys. I love making videos. I love hitting go live on my videos. I love every comment you guys send me. I pay careful attention to every view that comes along. I'm very grateful. And so I don't really feel the need to write another book at this time. So the Summer of Babies, I just did the Marley blanket, and the Lenora blanket is now done, and I need to write it up and give you just a little bit more information on that one. But, you know, I'm designing now and self-publishing PDF a la carte without the group. So, you know, it is what it is. So I've got a new video for you coming up this Wednesday. I did kind of hit a little bit of a lull. We went on vacation for a week, and that was wonderful, and I didn't work real hard, which was great. And I kind of, and then as soon as I got home, Hobie had his incident yesterday morning, so I'll get back into it. So hopefully tomorrow is Monday, and hopefully Hobie will be feeling better, and we'll be back to a normal, whatever that means, routine, and I can get into creating more videos for you at least twice a week like I had been through this whole social isolation thing. So I really like doing 2 a week. Carlene, tell me what you mean. You love this format too. What do you mean? You mean the live post, or you mean the PDFs a la carte, or you mean self-publishing? So I want to give you guys what you want, and I think that that makes for the happiest YouTube channel. I'm sure he will, Chris. Thank you. I think he's going to be just fine. I think my husband luckily got out there to him extremely quickly before too much damage. And my little boy, he's not even 2 yet, and he's so little. Like, it just breaks my heart. But he's going to do fine, and he's showing all signs of doing well. No, Irene, I don't dye my own yarn. And I did dye some yarn with Kool-Aid with the kids for the blog years ago, and I really enjoyed it, but it's a big process, and I'd rather crochet the yarn than dye it. Also, I've always been intrigued by spinning yarn, but again, I feel like that's almost a separate hobby than crocheting, and I barely have time to crochet as much as I want now, so I don't want more hobbies to take away from my love, which is crochet. So the other one is weaving. I see so many examples, like designer Angela Tong does these amazing weaving projects, and I would love to learn how. You love YouTube. Okay, thanks, Carlene. I would love to learn, like, I think it's called rigid heddle weaving. I'd love to learn that. But again, it's another hobby that I'm afraid I would get addicted to, and then I won't have as much time to crochet, and I'm just so in love with crochet that I don't want to share. I'm monogamous. I'm monogamous to yarn. So we've got the crochet and knitting, and of course I knit a little bit, but I'm mostly a crocheter, and I love the handwork of it. So yeah, everything on your YouTube, but especially the tutorial and crochet alongs. Awesome, thank you. You just purchased your first spinning wheel. That is so cool. I bet there's a big learning curve to that. Are you picking it up quickly? Oh, the other thing, loom knitting. Kristen Mangus introduced me to loom knitting when I was on the last season of Knit and Crochet Now, before I left that venture. And she really opened my eyes to loom knitting, and she does amazing things. And she's got a channel here. I think it's called Good Knit Stitches, and it's all loom knitting. And it's like, wow, I had no idea. She really opened my eyes to the amazing things you could do with loom knitting. And I'd like to learn more about that. Your Yorkshire babies and your yarn are your therapy. I'd cry if something happened to my yarn. Kidding, of course. Absolutely. I had a blog entry several years ago. Can you order what cheap on Amazon? Oh, you're looking to dye with Kool-Aid. It's you can just look. You can buy Kool-Aid, yeah, packets, colored packets on Amazon or the grocery store in America. I'm not sure where you are, Irene. You agree. One of the designers you follow just started a separate group for spinning, and although it's fascinating, I'd rather make things than make yarn. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, good deals on books on Amazon. Yes, Good Knit Kisses. Good, thank you. Good knit kisses. Good knit kisses, not good knit stitches. So Kristen, her website about the loom knitting is called Good Knit Kisses. Thank you, Chris, for that correction. But her work is really great, and if you're interested in that, you should look into it. My ADD is kicking in. What was I thinking? Designing, weaving. It's all fun though, isn't it? But I'd rather create things. I love having a ball of yarn, which has so much potential, and then creating something from nothing, even though a ball of yarn is not nothing and someone had to create it, but like it could be a million different things. And so when I make something from it, it's mine. It's something unique that even if you follow a pattern from someone else, like every inch of that yarn flowed through your fingers and it becomes yours. Ah, Irene, yes. So Kool-Aid is a flavored drink mix, usually for children, and it's very bright, colorful, and they come in little like envelopes of different flavors, like orange and raspberry and grape. And so you can take those powdered flavored drink mixes and dye yarn with them. So you might have a similar product in the Netherlands. You're not limited to just Kool-Aid brand. Kool-Aid is the brand, but it's a flavored drink mix that usually children here drink, although I have a love of purple grape Kool-Aid. That was always my favorite. But anyway, so maybe you have a similar product. That way you don't have to outsource it from here or somewhere expensive. And here, these drink mixes are very, very inexpensive, like $1. And probably not even that much. They're probably, it's just a powdered drink mix, so they're very inexpensive. You're organizing all your yarn and knitting tools. Do I need to store yarn in containers, or can I put them on shelves without being in a container? I like my yarn in containers because it keeps the dust off of them. And if you have any issues with moths or mice or anything, if you live in a rural area, the plastic helps protect them. And so I would only keep out the ones that you're going to use frequently. And then I keep mine stored in closed plastic containers so that they don't get infested with anything unsavory. You want to design my yarn and create from the yarn. That would be cool. Loom knitting is fun and a good substitute when your hands hurt. Oh, good point. Very good point. We got a hard plastic heddle loom, I believe, from Fashion Angels, and we were learning weaving on that. It was a child's craft toy. Yeah, I mean, you could probably find one pretty inexpensively and learn on something easy and then graduate up if you decide to take it up as a full-time hobby and spend some money on it. You tried food coloring and it didn't stick much. I think there's some techniques, Irene, about like using vinegar to help the colors set. So I would research that aspect of it, because then the coloring might hold better. Also, here in the States, I don't know if you have it where you are, we have in our laundry section of our grocery stores, there's often a product called RIT, R-I-T, and it's like a fabric dye, and people use it for like tie-dyeing t-shirts and making fabrics different colors. So you might look into a product that is more of a fabric dye rather than a food dye. I don't have a ton of experience with this, I admit, but I know that the chemical vinegar plays a part in making the color adhere and stick. So you might do some research just on Googling or YouTubing, how to dye your own yarn. So I hope that helps, because it is a lot of fun, and I'm sure it's very sad. I mean, I do have some hanks of yarn. The other thing about dyeing your own yarn that I don't care for is that it's hard for me, an amateur, to make enough yarn match to complete a full project. And so I do tend to just trust my yarn companies to provide yarn that is consistent, so that I can know that I'll have enough for the project. But very, very fun. Very fun. All right, I'm going to take off for today. Hobie's back to sleep again. Can this RIT dye destroy my pan and plastic bowl? I don't know. Does anybody else here know? I don't think I've used RIT since, or is it I think it's RIT. I don't think I've used it since I was a Girl Scout and we tie-dyed t-shirts. um, it will dye your clothes. It will dye your hands. So wear protective gloves when you use it. No damage to the pan. Thank you, Terry. Very good. I would imagine like a red might dye a white plastic bowl. It might, so I certainly wouldn't use like your favorite things when you're experimenting. But Terry says no damage to the pan. Good, very good. Melissa suggests you use designated bowls, and Chris says maybe a metal bowl or have designated bowls. And use baking soda to clean the plastic. Excellent tips, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know much about this, and here you are coming to the rescue. Thank you so much. Very good. Well, I'm taking off for today. Thank you so much for being here, and stay tuned. Subscribe and like this video and stream my other videos if you don't mind on your free time, and let the ads play. That is how we keep crochet alive on YouTube. And stay tuned to the community channel, my community page here on YouTube, because I will be putting out information about the live class when I pick a pattern and pick a time. So thank you again for subscribing, because you guys are making it happen. Thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun, and I've missed you, and I'm grateful for this time with you. And so I'm going to go crochet now. Kiss Hobie for you. I certainly will give him a little snuggle for you. Absolutely. He's such a good boy. I'm so proud of him. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much.